Hello. I'm Jack. Hello. My name's Anne. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. So, this is the house. It's really beautiful. Yes, it is. But it's very difficult to keep clean. Sorry. Not a good start. Don't worry. Your accent is very clear. Where are you from? I'm from Oxford. Wow. Oxford. 100, English. Yes. And you are American, is that right? Yes, but my family is from Italy. Italy is wonderful. My sister is in Italy at the moment. Where? She's in Rome, studying Italian painters. She's really happy. Italians are so friendly. That's Alce. She is also part of the family. It's nice to meet you, Alce. So this is Jack, the new flatmate. Nice to meet you, Jack. I'm from Sydney, in Australia. Yes. Amazing. I come from America. I'm from New York. Wow, the Big Apple. Can I put my things in the bedroom? Let me help you. This is nice. I'm glad you like it. It's a Mexican hat. You look great. What is this? It's an African mask. But look at this. A bottle of Italian wine. Do you like wine? This wine is very good. Yes, it's really good. By the way, you are very lucky. Look, it's raining now. Yes, I am lucky. Who's that? That's Alce. No. That's not Alce. Yes, it is. After a party. A Halloween party. That's funny. And who are they? That's Sharon and Peter. They live in the flat near here. They're good friends. Hello. My name's Jack. I'm the new flatmate. It's nice to meet you. Hello, Jack. I'm Peter. And this is Sharon. It's a pleasure. How are you, Sharon? Fine, thanks. Good. You're friends. There's work in the kitchen for everyone. Please help me. Here's the form. I'm not very good with computers. Okay. Let me see. Yes, it's simple. What is your last name, Alce? My last name is Dubois. Where are you from? I'm from Australia. How do you spell your last name? Dubols. What's your job? Actually, I'm a student, but I consider myself a painter. What's your address? The same as you. 45 Trinity Lane. How old are you? I'm 28 years old. Are you married? I'm on the market. Are you interested? You know, I only love my music. What about Sharon? You are a great cook. Big announcement. Help me to fill in the form, please. All right, let me see the questions. What's your name? What's your family name? What's your phone number? Are you married? No, I'm single. A pretty Jiri like you is still single? Stop it, Jack, please. Yes, for the moment I'm single. Where are you from? I'm from England. From Oxford. What's your job? I'm an employee in a publishing company. You are just the right person for me. I have a great love story to write. Excuse me, where's my watch? I don't know, isn't it under the magazines? No, it isn't. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. It's not under the magazines. And I'm late. I've an appointment at 8 o'clock. Oh no. It's late, Alce. What time is it? Just a moment. It's 7:30. 7:30? My train is at 8 o'clock. Hurry up, Jack. You're late. Where are my keys? They're here, on the table. Thanks, Alce. Now, another problem. Where's my sweater? Maybe it's on the chair. No, it isn't. Where is it? Calm down, Jack. You're wearing it. Thanks, Alce. You're a lifesaver. Hurry up. Go, go. Go. Too much stress. I must go back to bed again. Do you want milk with your coffee? I prefer it without milk, but with some sugar. I'm afraid there isn't any sugar. That's okay. Black coffee is good. too. Work is so hard, guys. I wake up at 6:30 every day, have breakfast and take the train to work every day. I get up at 7, but I have a friend at work who usually gets up at 6. Why? That's too early. It takes him an hour to drive to work. That's a long drive. Yes, but he lives in the country. I think he's lucky. Every weekend he can go for walks in the woods. Not in traffic jams. I guess that's pretty nice. He lives in the countryside but works in the city. What about you, Sharon? What time do you wake up? I usually get up at about 9 o'clock, but I live in the city. It's easy to get to work. But you get home very late, often at 6:30 or 7. You know, I sometimes have 5 or 6 groups of tourists a day. Alche. I bet you don't wake up at 6 o'clock every day. Tell us something about your typical day at university. I sometimes have classes in the morning, but I usually have classes in the afternoon. On Mondays I always attend lectures in the morning. Where do you study? I usually study in the library, but I sometimes study at home when I don't have classes in the morning. My friend David Aiso studies at your university. Do you remember him? Yes, I occasionally see him in the library and sometimes in the park. In the park? Doing what? He likes studying there. Not a bad idea. You can study and enjoy nature at the same time. What about lunch? Do you usually make sandwiches and take them with you? Oh no, I hate cooking. I usually have lunch in the cafeteria with friends. I do just the opposite. I usually cook lunch at home. I seldom have a quick lunch at coffee shops. Okay guys, stop with this boring talk. What about fun? Do any of you do anything besides working and studying? It's Friday, remember. You're right, Jack, I'm so happy it's Friday. May I ask you a question? Ask any question you like. I'm an open book. Do you have a boyfriend? I go out with some boys, but that's nothing serious. But now, stop talking about me. Let's talk about you. I'm curious. What do you do at work? What department do you work in? I'm a sales manager. Last month they gave me a promotion and now I'm responsible for Southern Europe. That's why I moved here. That's really interesting. You must be very good at work. What exactly do you do? Basically, I look for new clients and keep them informed about new product lines and take care of their requests. What kind of requests do they have? They often ask questions about new mode as in prices. What do you do if they want a discount? Basically, I don't get mad. I listen to them, and then I tell them, no. Well, seriously speaking, it depends. Each client is different. If they are important, I try to make an agreement with them. Tell me about your job, Sharon. What do you do at the moment? That's an interesting question. Why do you say that? You know, I have a degree in archaeology, but now I'm doing something quite different. Do you have a part-time job? No, unfortunately it's a full-time job. I work for a travel agency. What do you do? I give tours around the city. I bring tourists to museums and other interesting places. Anne, stop cleaning for a moment. Sit down and tell me about your job. I work in a publishing company. Do you know Powie Taylor? He works with you, right? Yes, but we don't work in the same department. He works in the advertising department. But we are good friends. Every weekend we play tennis together. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Can I ask you a few questions? Certainly. Go ahead. Can you read and write fluently in Italian? Yes, I can. Is this the first time you've ever sung in this role? To be honest, yes. But I'm sure I'm perfect for it. Can I hear a song from the musical? Please, sir, don't hesitate. You're here for the audition. Can you windsurf? Yes, I'm not great, but I can windsurf a little. I like windsurfing on summer holidays. And what about you? I'm afraid I can't. But I can swim pretty well. What sports do you like doing? I can play tennis, but I'm not very good at it. I can play chess very well. Chess? That's not a sport. That's a hobby. What do you do during the winter? I go to the gym. I can play basketball pretty well. I can AISO do a little karate. That's interesting. I can do a little karate as well. I'm looking for a gym. Why don't we go there together? I'm usually free on Saturdays. But I never go on Saturday. It's the only day I have to spend time with Sharon. I usually go on Friday afternoons. Do you like cooking? Why don't you cook lunch for us sometime? I love cooking, but it takes time and I can't cook every day. Cooking isn't my only hobby. I love going to the cinema and reading as well. I love being busy. So I don't have time to think too much. Think about what? About what's missing in my life. Let's talk about something. Eyes. If you like movies, there's a good film at the cinema tonight. How about going together? It's a good idea. Why don't we have lunch together? Sorry about that. I would like to be alone with you, but you know, how about having some wine with lunch? It's the middle of the day. I have to work later. Let's just have some mineral water. What's on tonight? Just a moment. Can you hand me the TV guide? Here you are. What would you like to watch? Let's watch a documentary. Documentaries are boring. How about watching the news? Let's watch the news and then maybe a film. That's a good compromise. Shall we make something to eat? What would you like? How about some sandwiches? Why don't you go and prepare them for all of us? All right, it's my turn now. Why? What do you mean? We had lunch with Sharon today and Jack was the cook. What are you doing? I'm just relaxing a bit, watching some TV. What's on? I'm watching the news. What's happening in the world? The usual. Politicians are trying to pretend they know what they are doing. You are such a skeptic. That's the way I am. What's that? It's a book I'm reading. What's it about? It's a story about a young woman who can't stand her father. That sounds interesting. Alche, what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? No, I'm so tired now. I'm going to bed. Good night. What are you doing? I'm connecting to the Lanternet because I need to send an email. Who are you sending an email to? To my boss in America. He needs the weekly report immediately. Why? Because he has a meeting with the shareholders tomorrow morning. What's happening with the laptop? The internet connection isn't working very well. Sometimes it happens with my computer, too. Do you have a suggestion? Usually Peter lends me his computer. Is Peter at home? No, I think there's only Sharon. Okay, I'm going anyway. Yes. I am listening to you. Who's she talking to? I don't know. I guess it's her father. Just a moment. What do you want? Nothing. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Is everything all right, Alche? It's none of your business. I know it's late, I'm sorry. But I'm talking to my father. He's in Boston now, it's 9 o'clock there. What do you want? I'm not tired anymore. Neither am Elle. What about eating something? I don't know, I'm not really hungry. I'm going on the Lanternet to chat with a friend in Italy. Would you like to join me? Now that I'm not sleeping anymore. Would you like to see him? I have pictures of him on my computer. And, you know what? He can see you with the webcam. No, please. I'm horrible now. No, you're not. And besides, he might be interested. Why? Do you think I need a boyfriend? Don't panic. We have to be strong, and try to keep calm. What are you talking about? She's coming. Tomorrow morning. The owner of the flat. What's so terrible about her? Let me explain. Imagine me in 50 years. You mean, you old with your manias, your cleaning obsessions. What do you have scheduled for today? Today is a busy day. I have to finish my painting. Let's go straight to the point. What's on your schedule today? I'm meeting a client from 4 to 5. And then I'm going to the mall. Why are you going to the mall? I want to buy a new modem for my PC. A new modem? That's not exactly business. There's something wrong with mine. Maybe it's not important. I can go tomorrow morning. Please, give me a cup of coffee. Bring me back to life. I'm still asleep. Here you are. What are you doing today? First I'm taking a shower and after that I have my daily appointment with Ask the Stars. It's the horoscope I listen to every morning on the radio. It's fantastic. I can't start my day without it. What are you doing today? I'm going to work. Just like every day today it's Tuesday. Isn't it? I have to go to the karate gym. Are you doing anything this evening? No, I don't have anything planned. Sharon, Anne and I are going to the cinema. Maybe Peter is coming, too. Would you like to come? That sounds great. Which film? We're seeing Interview with the Vampire. I think I prefer to stay at home. Now I have to go to work. See you later. Have you got a moment? Peter? I've got a problem with my computer. I don't know very much about computers. And I'm going out. They are waiting for me at the theater. Take it easy. Shall we have a look? Thanks, Peter. You've got a big heart. Let's see if I can help before you thank me. I can't use this program. I use it every day and today it isn't opening. Why don't you turn the computer off and then turn it on again? That's really a great idea. You are a genius. How can I do without you? What are you working on? I'm writing my curriculum. Because I would like to find a new job, I don't know how to write it. Can you help me, please? I'm sorry. I have no time. They're waiting for me. Can I ask you a question? Sure, I want to go to that bookshop. Do you remember? Yes. The one with lots of photography books and with the red coffee tables and flowers on the windows where you can sit down and drink a delicious hot chocolate. How do I get there? Is it far? You can walk from here. It's about 10 minutes. Go out the front door and turn left. Go straight ahead, past the traffic lights. Turn right into June Lane. Follow June Lane to the end of the street. And turn right into May Avenue. What are you talking about? I'm giving Sharon directions for the London Reader. Sharon, I can come with you. If you don't mind. Great. That's very kind of you. Where were you yesterday evening? There was a great party at Mary's. Really? I wasn't invited. I can't believe that. Everyone was invited. I'm sure I wasn't. Anyway, I was busy yesterday. Did you have a meeting with some clients? No, I didn't. Where were you? I was with Robert. That's impossible. Robert was at the party. You're too curious, Alche. I was with a girl. What's her name? Do we know her? How old is she? It's none of your business. You don't want to tell us? That's okay. I like mystery. It makes life exciting. Let's change the subject. Peter, where were you yesterday evening? I was at the theater. We are preparing the performance. I prefer holidays in the winter. It's too hot in the summer. I like going to the mountains and skiing. My last holiday was 2 years ago. It was a long time ago. I need another holiday soon. How fascinating must be being a director. Fame, money, and a lot of traveling around the world. And no time for family. That's exactly what I told him. I sent him an email asking for more information. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't have enough time today. I'll call him in 10 minutes. Did you have a good day? No, I didn't. It was a horrible day. I had a lot of work to do. First I met some clients in the city. We met at 9 o'clock and finished at 2. And then I wrote some letters. I'm so tired now. Relax. Have a glass of wine. You're lucky. I'm cooking lasagna. Your favorite dish? No, thanks, Anne. I ate lasagna at lunch. But it's not a problem, I'll prepare something else and after dinner we can watch Wimbledon on TV. There is a men's singles match. It should be exciting. I'm sorry I can't, I have some work to finish. And then I'm going to my karate gym. That's how I relax. Thanks a lot for the tip on the bookshop, oh my god. What's happening here? Makeup, let me see, new hairstyle, new dress, you look great. At last somebody noticed my change. It's impossible not to notice it. What were you talking about? I wanted to thank you for the tip on the bookshop. It's a great shop. I'm glad you liked it. I love sitting and drinking a cup of coffee and looking at the books. That's exactly what I did. I sat down, ordered a cup of coffee and read. And I found all the books I wanted. What books did you buy? I bought a biography about Virginia and a book about archaeology. And you, what are you doing? I'm trying not to think about all my problems, so I'm looking at some pictures. Can I see them? Sure. They're pictures of us. Look at this one. We were in Edinburgh. We went for a trip, do you remember? Yes, I do. Did we go by car? No, we didn't. We went by train. Who is this? I don't know him. That's Frank, a friend of mine. I met him on holiday in Norway. We had a good time together. Afterwards he went his way and I went my way. Did you have an affair with him? No. I didn't, nothing like that. We were only good friends. Do you keep in touch? No, we don't. He wrote me a letter 5 years ago. He sent me an invitation to his wedding. Did you go? No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I had a lot of work and I couldn't get away. Could you stop singing? I can't read. What are you reading? It's a book about inventions. Really? Can I have a look? Sure. I'm reading about the computer. Jack, you have a serious problem. You work hard all day long and then you spend your spare time reading about computers. The same applies to you with music, I mean. Are you crazy? How can you compare music with computers? Anyway, music is my job. What are you talking about? I've got a questionnaire for you. Are you ready? Not again. Why do you like answering all these surveys? I guess it's a hobby, it's a way to learn something new about ourselves. Are you ready? No, not me. Please. Leave me alone, I have more important things to think about. When was the first time you kissed someone? That's an interesting question. I kissed a girl for the first time 2 years ago. Come on, you're joking. I kissed her in 1982. How did you know it was 1982? I remember it well. I met her during the summer holiday. I was riding my bicycle and when I saw her I fell off. She was so beautiful. Did you kiss her immediately? No. It took me a long time. She gave me a kiss for my birthday. Very interesting. Just a moment. Let me answer that. Alche, it's for you. Tom on the phone. No. Can you tell him I'm out, please? I don't want to talk to him. He's so boring. Tell him I'm ILI or something. Eyes, whatever you like. When did you start school? I started school when I was 6 years old. Did you enjoy school? I enjoyed university. I enjoyed it very much. Why did you enjoy university? I learned a lot and I made a lot of new friends. Tell me what's happening. Some problems with Peter? Yes. But I don't think you are the right person to talk with. Maybe you're right. But I can't stand seeing you so sad. And this? What does it mean? Don't worry. I'm not leaving forever. My colleague Lucy invited me to spend the weekend at her house. She has a cottage in the countryside. We're leaving in the evening. The countryside is lovely there. I hope so. I need a break. Living with Peter is getting hard. He is so nervous about his concert. He can only think and talk about that. He goes on singing all day long. He doesn't speak with me anymore. He sings with me. Sharon, can you pass me the sate, please? I like it when you smile. I think a weekend in the countryside is exactly what you need. I didn't know you liked the country so much. Are you joking? I love the countryside. It's so quiet and relaxing. A lot of people think it's boring. They don't know what they are missing. The countryside is safe and the city is dangerous. The country is clean and the city is dirty. The country is cheap and the city is very expensive. Do you have a moment? I always have time for you. Can I ask you a question? How can I help you? I need your advice. I want to buy a new car. My car's old, it's too big and it's difficult to drive. Very good reasons to buy a new car. I'd like to buy a small, stylish car that's not too expensive. What car should I buy? I don't understand anything about cars. Did you hear about Sharon? I met Peter in the afternoon. He told me they had a quarrel, but I don't think we should worry about it. What do you think of Sharon? She's very pretty. What about me, Jack? Do you think I'm good looking? You are very attractive. Do you really think so? Yes, you are always on my mind. Why don't we go to the cinema tonight? That's a great idea. What's on? There's the new film with Schwar. That should be good. What would you suggest? How about going to the disco? It's Saturday night, we have to do something special. Something exciting. And going dancing is surely more exciting than going to the cinema. I agree with Alche. Let's go dancing. What about a third choice? I guess Anne is right. Why don't we try to find a good compromise? How boring and old-fashioned you are. Don't argue now, please. Let's vote on it. Alche and I want to go dancing. Peter and Anne don't. How about you, Sharon? I don't know. The disco is probably more entertaining than the cinema. 3 against 2. Let's go dancing. Which disco are we going to? Paradise. It's a new disco on King's Road. It's very nice. Did Tom and you go there together? Yes, we went last Saturday. We spent a nice night together. Maybe I asked the wrong question. You don't like Tom, do you? He's boring, very boring. And he talks too much. For example, last night, he showed me all the pictures of his holiday. He talked for an hour about the mountains. But I hate the mountains. Why do you say that? The mountains are beautiful and spectacular. I prefer the beach. It's more relaxing and entertaining. I don't know. I think the beach is more boring than the mountains. Why do you say that? Think about it. Lying on the beach every day. It's much more interesting to be walking in the countryside. Yes, but it's usually colder in the mountains. I think the beach is more romantic. But you promised to me. You're always busy. I don't want to go anymore. Anyway, thanks Daddy. Thanks for your present. You are the worst father in the world. Don't worry. I'm gonna have a great birthday with my friends. Is everything okay? Alche? No, nothing is okay. My father keeps on being the same. Come on, Alche. Don't cry, please. Tell us what happened. You know. I told you my father decided to give me a trip for my birthday. He promised to come with me and just now he told me that he can't anymore because he has some important work to do. Don't be angry with him. Even if he has something important to do, you can leave for your trip anyway. No, I don't want to go anymore. Don't worry, Alche. We are going to give a big party for you. Isn't that true, guys? You are the most brilliant, the smartest and the funniest roommate we've ever had. Even if sometimes you are a bit lazy, you need a special party. What horrible weather. I hate it when it rains. What are we going to do today? It's a perfect day for tidying up. I enjoy putting the house in order when the weather is bad. By the way, look at the mess. We don't often get a chance to clean up together. You're joking, right? I hate cleaning the house. Why don't we play a game? What kind of game? How about playing cards? No, I hate playing cards. It's so boring. Shall we go for a walk? I like walking in the rain. Are you crazy? It's raining out. You know what the traffic's like when it rains. I certainly don't want to get stuck in a traffic jam on a Sunday. That happens every day when I drive to work and when I drive back home. What shall we do? LF you want. I can read your fortunes using the tarot cards. That's your favorite hobby. No, thanks, Alche. Let's not think about the future. I prefer the future to remain a mystery. I prefer to be prepared if something is going to happen. You know what I like to do on days like this? Nothing. Totally relaxing doing nothing. I agree with you, Jack. Total relaxation. That's a great idea. And maybe eating something nice and tasty. Anne, why don't you prepare us one of your lovely lunches? No way, guys. You don't want to go out. You hate cleaning the house. You don't like playing games. So in other words, you want to do nothing while I have to cook, and you know what I say? I enjoy doing nothing. That's what I'm going to do. You are very shy and sweet-tempered, yet you are somewhat moody, and sometimes it seems you prefer to stay by yourself. That's right. Sometimes I enjoy solitude. Just me and my thoughts. I see that you are worried about something. But that's not clear. I think it has something to do with a boy, or maybe it has something to do with your job. Maybe you are going to get a new job. Definitely I liked the second options much better. Sorry, Peter. But I see the shadow of another boy in your Sharon's heart. Don't be silly, Alche. Tell me more about this job instead. Okay, if you like. So, you are very careful in your work. Even if it seems you don't like it that much. That's right. I like doing things right. LF I can't work well. I prefer doing nothing at all. What's more, I'm very punctual. I hate being late. Your tarot cards seem to know me very well. You know, tarot cards never lie. That's why I want to investigate more about this mysterious boy. Come on, Jeeries, stop it. How can you spend the whole afternoon talking nonsense? Why don't we do something more interesting? Why don't we all stop doing nothing and go out? Look. It has just stopped raining. How about strolling in the park? That's a great idea. What are you doing, Anne? My boss asked me to book 2 rooms for 2 of our most demanding clients. They would like a quiet hotel, near our publishing house, and with all the creature comforts. So I'm making a few telephone calls. Listen to this song for a moment. It's fantastic. I've got a lot to do. Just for 1 minute, Anne. Come on. I'm afraid I can't now. Why don't you go over to Alsa's? She's having a shower. You know, when Alche gets in the bathroom she takes at least 2 hours. Do whatever you want. Just please, get out of this room. What's the matter today? Why are you treating me so badly? That's enough, Sharon. I know everything about it. Everything about what? That you've got a lover. A lover? Are you going crazy, Anne? Don't try and pretend with me, and I call you a friend. You know. I'm talking about Jack. What are you talking about? The photograph. The one where you and Jack are kissing. Can I ask you a question? Sorry, I can't listen now. I've got to get to work. I have a meeting at 9:30 with my editor and I'm late. But I only need a minute. It's important. Nothing is more important than this meeting. LF I arrive late, my boss will kill me. Ring me later if you want. Can I ask you a question? No, I can't. I'm really sorry, but I have to get going too. But you never leave before 11 in the morning. Why are you in such a hurry today? I'm starting a new yoga course this morning. This is my Aunt Carolina. Jack. Why didn't you say anything? I should clean up. Look at the mess. Everybody was in such a hurry this morning. I tried to telephone you but your mobile was off. And Alsa's mobile just rang and rang. You were Alche, the interesting one of the house, and you were Anne, the housekeeper. So that's how you describe us. Come on, Aunt Carolina is only joking. Right? May I offer you something? Would you like to have a glass of wine maybe? Yes, thank you. I would. Alche. Could you get a bottle of wine, please? There isn't any wine. And there isn't any wine. There isn't any beer. We have to do the shopping. I'm terribly sorry. It's not usually like this. But today was very busy. May I ask you a question, Jack? Do you really think it's such a good idea to live together with all these women? What are you going to do today? I don't know. Why? I'm going to do some shopping for this evening. Would you like to come along? I'd like to make dinner for Jack's aunt. I also want to invite Sharon and Peter. My lesson is at 3. I don't know what time Lily finish. Don't worry. I'm going to do some work before that. I don't think Lily finish before 5. What are you talking about? We're deciding what we are going to do today. How are you going to spend your day? I think Lily go for a walk in the city center, maybe do a little shopping. I think it's going to rain. Just look at those clouds. I'm worried about Jack. He's so thin. Maybe he isn't eating enough? He won't starve if he misses breakfast. He seems so run down and so distracted. He's always thinking about something. Maybe he's in love. This is Jack's Aunt Carolina. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sharon Evans. I live next door. Another woman. And very pretty, let me guess. You're Jack's friend, too. Who knows why my nephew prefers female friends? Excuse me, I have to go. Sharon, why don't you stay? You can get to know each other better. I'm a little worried about Jack. He's so distracted these days. Maybe there's something you know I don't? Me? I don't know anything. Really. It's strange. I know his work is going very well. Maybe there's a woman in the picture? Listen, I'm very sorry. As I told you, I don't know anything about it. Now I really must get going. What's the matter, Sharon? You look a little upset. I'm fine. Just a little tired, that's all. I don't know if I can do that. And why not? I'm not really the right person. And I'm AISO engaged to Peter. We live together. Engaged? That's strange. Why do you say that? Because love is joyful and you seem so unhappy. Who were you speaking to, Sharon? To the museum I sent my CV to. I'm gonna have an interview this afternoon. Great. But I really don't understand why you were in such a rush to find a job. You know very well I don't enjoy being a tour guide. Where were you last night? You didn't get home until 3 in the morning. I was out with Anne and Alche. Listen, Sharon, I have to tell you something very important. This is such a surprise. I don't know Peter. I certainly wasn't expect LNG this. What's the problem? What's keeping you here? You don't seem happy with your work. That's true. I wanted a change. But I certainly wasn't expecting this. This is so sudden. I'm completely confused. I was thinking about you today, about how you take care of Alche and me. You are fantastic. It's something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. Come on, Jack. Stop it. Stop making fun of me. What's the matter? Why are you so nervous today? I know everything, Jack. I know all about you and Sharon. What is it exactly that you know? That you had a relationship many years ago and maybe you are still in love with her. And how did you find this out? I was tidying up in the living room the night of Peter's performance when I saw your jacket. I was taking it to your room when something fell out. It was a photo. A very meaningful photo. You were kissing her. So I spoke to Sharon. And what did she say? She told me everything. Telling me the truth, Jack. Are you still in love with her? I have to admit that seeing her makes me feel. But What about me, Jack? I thought there was something special between us. I care very much about you, but I thought we were just friends. Okay, Jack. I understand now. Anne will be so happy. She's been waiting for it for a long time. Hello, Anne. This is Alche. I've got great news for you. Your set of Chinese porcelain has arrived. They're beautiful. Jack, be careful. Don't touch anything. I hope you didn't break anything. I didn't notice anything. You should look where you are going. I'm sorry. What are we going to do? Let's get ready for Anne to lose her temper. Remember, we can't cook. If Anne gets angry, we'll have to learn to cook. I've got an idea. Let's go get something from the local takeout place. Then we can pretend that we cooked dinner. She might be happy and forget about those plates. That's a great idea. Let's get going. What's that you're holding? Listen, we need some rules in this house. Living together means obeying some rules. I've written this list of house rules that every person who spends time in this house must follow. No one is allowed to leave this living room until they read and memorize these rules. What about these house rules? First of all, don't call me Anne, dear. Now listen. Rule number 1. You must never, and I stress, never, open my post. Rule number 2. From now on, clean the house at least once a week. Rule number 3. We have to take turns washing up. We understand. You must be angry. Yes, Jack. I'm very, very angry. I was really looking forward to getting that set of Chinese plates. I saved bonus points for a year, eating the same, stupid biscuits. I just kept eating and buying them in order to get the set of Chinese porcelain. All for nothing. Now, sit down, Anne. You must be exhausted. Jack and I made dinner for you. You don't have to do anything. You made dinner for me? It was the least we could do. Lily, forgive you this time. But, I warn both of you that I want more discipline in this house. You can't do what you want all the time. We need some rules. Don't roll your eyes while I'm speaking to you. You're right. Rules are important, but it's so important to laugh a little. Where is our resident artist? She left early this morning. She said that she had something important to do. She wouldn't tell me what. But she did say it was none of my business. That's strange. She usually leaves late. She was very serious this morning. She told me she had a headache, but I didn't believe her. But it's getting late. I'm starting to get worried. Don't play, Mom, Anne. Alche is a big jiri now. But she didn't tell me she would be late. Good morning, Alche. Where were you last night? We were getting worried. I'd prefer not to talk about it. Why, what happened? I took part in a young artists competition. I thought it would be the perfect occasion for me to show my talent. Come on, Alche, don't take it so badly. You know you are a genius, right? Yes. Just like Van Gogh, who only became famous after he had died. Maybe that's my destiny. I want your opinions. Wait just a moment while I get something. This is the painting I took along yesterday. What do you think? Isn't it beautiful? It's interesting. It's a very unique painting. Yes, unique is the right word. Alche, you know I don't really understand art, don't you? What does it represent? That's the same question they asked me yesterday. I can't believe that. It's so clear. It's a painting of a man and a woman walking hand in hand. Never tell an artist what you really think. What are you talking about? About Anne's sister, Kimberly. She's arriving this afternoon. I have to get going now. Remember, don't leave the house in a mess. So you must be Kimberly. It's a pleasure. I'm Jack. Hello, Jack. Anne has told me so much about you. Anne told us that you're attending art school in Rome. You know, I wanted to study art when I was a little girl. But in the end, I decided to study archaeology instead. That's interesting. And Peter, what do you do? I'm an actor. And I do little singing. I'm acting in a musical at the moment. What a great career. It's certainly less stressful than Jack's line of work. He works a lot harder than Peter. He's the hardest working person in the house. And I'm the person that has the most fun. Speaking of fun, what shall we do this evening? I would love to go out. It's been so long since I last came to London. Why don't we go to the cinema? Come on. Anne, that's so boring. Why don't we do something more exciting? We could go to the pub and get something to eat. And after that, why don't we go to a disco? Wow, what a surprise. You two are completely different. I must admit I've been a little distracted lately. I guess I need some rest. You know, I haven't had a holiday since they transferred me to London. Well, relax a little now. Kimberly is showing me some photos of a party they had at university last month. I've never seen such funny photos. This is a picture of the Faculty of Economics. I've been there for a seminar. Really? When did you attend that? I was only there for 4 days, but it was really interesting. Hey guys, I've just got off the phone to Peter. He wants us to convince Sharon to move to Japan with him. She hasn't decided if she wants to go. To Japan? It's a great country. Have you ever been there? No. And to tell you the truth, I'm not really interested in going. Why do you say that, Jack? You're right, Kimberly, Japan is a fascinating country.